Now let's listen to two geeks talk about monsters.
Hello, summoners. Welcome to another pulse-pounding, lightning-inducing, tower-ascending episode of A Monster Rancher's Guide to Summoner's War. I am the Aztec Olmec, but it wouldn't be a proper episode if I didn't have the Lightstar 777 with me.
What is up, everybody? And right to it, we want to welcome our special guest today, JD the Gamer. How are you doing, friend?
I am doing fantastic, ready to get into this.
Excellent.
I love it. I love it. So, I mean, first and foremost, for anybody who's seeing the live stream, JD has an amazing background behind him that is DC characters, and it is just amazing, and I am very much in love with it. So that is cool. Grew up a big DC guy. I must admit, I did transition in my later years to being more of a Marvel fan. But yes, but DC always, Superman was my jam back in the day.
I hear you. He was the first.
Can I sneak in a little tidbit for you? A little fun fact?
Absolutely.
Hit it.
My son's name is Kal-El.
I love that.
The ultimate compliment.
So much.
Same spelling and everything.
Yep.
Kal--El.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love that. I mean, that beats Lamangelo and Orangelo for sure. So. That is amazing. So, did you do this yourself, or was it commissioned work, or?
This is straight from Ross stores for, I believe it was $12.99. About 6 years ago. I'll give you the price and everything.
Excellent. No, it's awesome.
That.
It looks great.
I love that.
I wish I could draw like that. My dad now he has had pieces back when he was younger, published in comic books and whatnot. He is an artist, and my sister took after him. Me, I can barely draw a stick figure, so I took on more of the athletic side from my dad. So,
that's very cool.
That is awesome. Was your father published in anything that you want to give a shout out to?
No, this was back, but probably before I was even born.
Okay.
So he doesn't do it anymore. He just does it for fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, first and foremost, thank you very much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
Thank you for having
we are
me.
very happy to have you here. And I just want to, first and foremost, just thank you for coming hang out with us today. And then just a few establishing questions. How long have you been playing Summoner's War? Do you have a favorite monster that is in your monster box? And what is your dream monster?
Okay, so how long have I been playing? I've been playing for 1,996 days, so I'm coming up on my 2000th day. My account was created May 28th, 2015.
That's
Okay.
pretty. So you jumped on pretty early, because I think the game was released in like 2014. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I was only maybe, from what I hear, I don't know exactly when, but from what I've heard from people with how long they've been playing, I've missed it by maybe six or 7 months ish.
Oh, that's pretty. You've been playing a while.
That's impressive.
I have. I wish it equated to being good in the game, but but it's
we can but try, right? We can but try.
Well, this
The
is why we
journey
have
continues.
YouTube channels and podcasts, to help everybody progress. That's the whole point,
Exactly.
to help everyone get better.
Exactly. Favorite unit in my box currently is probably gonna be, it's a she.
Yeah.
She's coined as the best daughter in the game. But when she does land that bomb, Sierra is absolutely amazing. Big Sierra fan with the
Sierra, so.
with the speed lead, with the bombs,
Yep.
with like, I love it. I just wish she was landing her bombs with 100% accuracy, but it's okay. It's okay. I still love her.
Awesome.
From
And then
your lips to God's ears, my friend.
right. And then my most wanted unit is going to be a tie, probably, and we're going, of course, into the LD side of it. It's going to be a tie between Gianna and Ragdoll.
That is two incredibly good units that you have chosen to love.
100%.
I'm sure Sierra would get kicked to the curb if I got one of them.
But I'll never forget your reaction.
I just got to dupe Sierra, so, you know.
When you got your Ganymede, your reaction when you got Ganymede was epic,
amazing,
priceless, superhuman.
I wasn't even streaming the game, and I got him, and it was just like, ah!
That's what happens sometimes.
Yep.
I love that. Those are great units. What content do you enjoy the most in Summoner's War? Do you have a favorite mode you enjoy playing?
If it's hard to say for me. If RTA is always gonna have a special place in my heart, but due to Violent Runes, we have a love-hate relationship.
Okay.
I understand that.
So it can be very tilting. So honestly, I wouldn't say a mode particularly. I would just say the grind. I obviously playing the game this long and you're still playing it, and it's a mobile game. Like, there's something about the grind just brings you back to it. And that's what it is for me. Just the constant trying to get better. You can do a dungeon for a month and get one rune. Like,
oh my god. The most insulting thing in my world is Legend Rune 246, and then I look, and it's always flat, and it's always terrible. It's always just everything is bad. I don't like that at all.
Well, right now my favorite game mode is TOA, just because of all the cool stuff I've been getting. It's really something that I've been neglecting. I just got a halfway decent TOA normal team within the last, I would say, maybe 6 or 7 months. But I'm trying my hand at TOA hard and getting a lot of help from the community on Discord. So, hopefully I'll be able to knock that out too.
Nice.
I believe in you, just like the Easter Bunny.
Damn.
No, in a good way. I love the Easter Bunny.
Okay.
The Santa Claus 2 movie, Tim Allen, that's the vastly superior version of the Easter Bunny, in my opinion.
Got you.
So we got a question for all of us, from one of our fans. We were talking about a couple of things. Last week I had to shout out my guild leader because he flexed on us and created 7 6-stars all in a row. So he had fodder for days. Ferentis is another one of our longtime listeners, and he asks, besides that, what's the biggest flex you've seen in Summoner's War? He gives a great example about the Lightning Emperor, the Fire Lightning Emperor. Someone fused 11 of them for skill ups. You can believe that. Wow. So that was Ferentis's biggest flex that he's seen. What's like the biggest flex you've seen, Lightstar and JD, that you've actually witnessed or seen in the chat or something like that?
For me, about, I would say now, probably about a year and a half to 2 years ago, in chat, there were six LD Nat 5 summoned by the same person within about a 20-minute span.
No.
And I was sitting there like, hacks.
Has to be.
But but I
That is
don't know who they were, but yeah, it was six LD Nat 5s. I know one of them was Gianna. I don't recall the other 5. I just remember seeing like it was just boom. A couple minutes later, boom, 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 and I was sitting there like, really?
So
and
let's
of course,
put that in perspective. A regular Nat 5 is, I think, 0.5, like 0.5%. An LD Nat 5 is like 1/3%.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's better than rolling 7s. That's like
yeah, exactly. That's like beyond luck. That's like you better go play the lottery that day, and if you don't, you're an idiot.
Yeah, seriously.
Right?
Awesome.
That is incredible. I feel like my biggest flex I ever saw somebody else do was, I think it was 18 6-stars all in a row, and it was our guild leader, and she was just clearing out her storage,
18?
and that was how much she had. Just, it was like one line after the other, just straight down the whole thing. That was the biggest flex. My own personal one was the first time they gave us a Super Angel mod.
Right.
I both awoke my Lynn with it, made her a 6-star with the, I forget the name of it, but that one scroll that will
the forbidden...
give you the 6-star.
Gotcha,
yeah, I think Forbidden Evolution was the one that got you a 6-star. Awakening Force, and then I used my Super Angel mod. So I made her instantly from 1 to 6-star, just
like that,
instantly, and that was my only flex, and it was all items they gave us. So
awesome.
Nice. Now I will say I have 21 5-star Rainbow Mod right now, just waiting. But that's because I'm saving scrolls right now for my birthday summons that I'm gonna do in February.
When's your birthday?
So, in February.
Okay,
so
very cool.
I'm trying to make sure I have all materials ready to go because I know I'm getting something good. I know it.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be happy to
I
tune
believe
into
in
that
you.
and check it out.
I believe
That'd
in
be
you.
great.
Like these,
So-
buddy.
like the Easter. Hi, Santa.
Awesome.
Yeah. That is me. How about you, AJ? What was your most flexible? Was it the
That I've witnessed was
Rashiboshi?
absolutely that one by Rashiboshi. The biggest flex that I've done personally, it's nowhere near what you guys have accomplished already. But hopefully I can get back to that, and But yeah, definitely the one that I've seen recently was Rashiboshi's one of the 7 6-stars in a row. That was pretty awesome.
Nice. So, JD, we are going to talk about a much maligned unit. We love to dig into the dark recessed corners of the storage defense force.
Our story,
and really, like, we like to shine a light on those much maligned units. So Aztec was asking me last week about the Dark Cowgirl, because I am 1 tower upgrade away from being done with my guild towers, and I told him that I needed to finish that, and then I was going to farm the Cowgirls, and then it was going to be Super Angel Mons and Scrolls for the rest of my life in guild, till they come up with something else I want. But he was talking about the fact that nobody ever seems to use Cassie, so we're just curious, have you ever used the Dark Cowgirl, Lauren's lesser sister? And if so, what would you actually see use for her?
Yikes, that's putting me right on the spot. So I will say that I had a 5-star max Dark Cowgirl for about 3 years in storage.
Right.
Until maybe a year ago, I was like, I'm never gonna 6-star speed. So I don't have any
finish
more.
her.
Yes, unfortunately, I did make that call back in the day. I do regret that.
You know, she's probably getting a buff like right now as we speak, right?
They're like
immediately.
They're like,
Dark Cowgirl, let's go.
best unit ever.
It's gonna be meta for everything.
Now I will say that I have her sister, the Water Cowgirl, still sitting in storage at 5-star max.
Okay.
So I decided, for some reason, I decided to hold on to her, but not the dark one. I don't know why.
Interesting.
But you know, the Cowgirls are interesting because they definitely they have the hits, the multi hits on the skill 1, right? So you automatically think Necro because obviously you need multi hits for the boss. So
definitely.
I think a Revenge Cowgirl Dark. Even if you want to go, if you don't have the Violet runes to spare, even if you want to go 3 sets of Revenge, 45% chance to go again, you're knocking that shield off quick.
Absolutely.
Right?
And
now,
Cassie has 2. She has 2 multi-hits, her S2 and her S1.
Now, the second skill 2 times, you know, that's not, and removing beneficial effects, that's not going to do anything really for the boss. But at least it's multi-hits if you need to use her.
Right.
So she's an option in Necro. As far as anything else, I mean, maybe if you want to throw in, because you do need a lot of units for Siege, maybe if you want to have a Siege monster that she can help with on a 4-star tower, 4-star tower. But yeah, she's not the best unit.
That's 100% why we're talking about her, because we love to like dig up these little used units and make them halfway decent. So that's going to be my homework. This 4-star is going to be at least 5-star by next week, and I'm
going to laugh if she ends up getting a buff. I will think this conversation was both prophetic and oddly very sad.
Yes. Hey, if you have if you have some strong runes though, I just read the last part of her 3rd skill increases your critical damage by 50% when you land a crit hit. So maybe she could do some big damage.
Yeah. I was thinking Rage,
if you could 100% crit rate her, I think that would be the best.
Yeah, I did use a crit rate rune on Blade at that, so I'm gonna power that up to see how high I can pump her crit rate up and see if she's actually halfway decent with that boost to the crit damage.
Yeah, you can make her hit pretty hard, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be the homework for next week.
I think much like Chopper, so if you've never heard it before, he pulled a dark what are they? Dark Minotaurus?
Yeah.
Kamatau, and I managed to strong-arm him into building it because I don't have one. And I believed in the journey that he was going to take. So
absolutely. It's
been a long, slow road, but he's almost got it 6-star max. So
nice.
We're getting there.
Well, I have a light Minotaurus, 6-star max and max skilled.
Excellent.
Oh, so the light Minotaurus is decent?
I probably haven't used him in maybe like 5 or 6 months now, but I did have him ruined up pretty well, and I was using him in Siege and Guild battles just as a fun toy. Not obviously not a staple unit, but yes, Grotau, however you pronounce his name.
Grotau, I think. Who knows?
I do have him. I do have him, but you know what? I'll accept the challenge with you because I just realized I do have 40 pieces for the Dark Cowgirl, so I will summon her, 6-star her, and let's have a Cassie off.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Ooh,
that's great. We'll definitely do that.
Does this mean I need to pull mine out of my storage defense force now?
If you like,
yeah.
Or wherever she is in this list here. I'll find her. Don't you worry. I will find her.
I'm gonna summon her right now, and the process begins.
Very cool.
I love this.
So I nicknamed my Kamatau Chopper because he has an axe and he chops stuff. So if you ever hear us referring to Chopper, we're definitely referring to Kamatau.
Got you. Okay.
And that kind of brings up our next topic, which is the weird and wild world of Summoner's War slang. So,
Okay.
there's so much of it. Just like any organization, like, you know, the Army or whatever, they have a bunch of acronyms and a bunch of their own slang terms that they use. You know, just for an example, Trickaroo, you know, Try Ikaru, Nat 5s, CCs for crowd control, cleave units. Like, there's so much, like, slang in Summoner's War. What's your favorite term in Summoner's War slang? Definitely to both of you. I kind of like Trickaroo. Trickaroo is kind of.
Honestly, I've never even heard of Trickaroo. That's pretty smart. I like that.
Oh wow! See,
wait, you haven't seen the build of the 3 Trickaroo with the Verd lead taking down so much content?
I have. I haven't heard it.
Refer to the
term. That. So
I was gonna say, I you know, if anybody loves weird,
I am one of the ones that I am not building the triple Ikaru. So I have a team that works. I don't need to waste that much time building 3. That's just my opinion.
I needed to build it just to get the 20,000 Inugami out of my storage defense force. It was getting crowded.
Ooh, would you take a look at that rune I just got?
Let's see. As Nelly the God would say, that's a tasty rune.
That is very nice.
Resistance 8% in 8? What?
That is a nice rune.
Sorry, I have 50 something re-app, so when I see runes like that, that makes me very happy.
Oh, that
is a lot
just
of
reminds me that
re-app.
there was a re-app in this event. Did I pick it up? I'm trying to think if I did.
Ooh, I only have 49. Sad.
What about you? Well, buy some
game up.
Buy some pieces
right?
from the guild shop.
Nah, I'm good.
But yeah, what's your favorite piece of Summoner's War
that.
slang? When you hear, like, this actually happened. This is a true story. I used to work for the Apple Store, and I'm walking by and I hear someone say violent proc, and I know those are not 2 words that ever in normal life go towards me. And I was like, who's talking about a violent proc? And this gentleman was playing Summoner's War at the Genius Bar, and I go over and I start talking to him, and you know, I add him to my friends list, and Ojo12,
nice.
He's still there to this day.
Nice.
But you don't hear violent proc in like normal life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you hear that, that's like, oh, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rashi Boshi says GZ is it for him.
GZ.
That's exactly
classic.
it. Yeah, congrats. Or grats or congratulations in Summoner's War speak. Awesome. Shout out to Rashi Boshis. Keep flexing on them and 6-star in multiple types of units.
Right?
I'd have to say cleave. I mean, that's a classic. That's a classic term, right? And you can literally throw anything in front of that. You know, anti-cleave, Japanese cleave. Like everything stems from that.
China cleave. That's them right there. That wall right there. That's them right now.
Everything. So I'm gonna go with cleave. It's probably my favorite term.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like cleave a lot. I will second that. That's probably one that I think does not get used in a lot of games. So I enjoy that one. I enjoy that one a lot.
Excellent.
Let's see. JD, did you watch any of the EU Cup?
I did not. I'll be honest. I did not.
No, that's fine. You only missed 3 matches. It was okay.
Oh, okay.
Aztec, you watched it a little bit more in depth. What were your takeaways, thoughts?
I was really surprised that Rosith went down so quick. to a relative newcomer, but my bracket was broken up, immediately. So it's no problem. But yeah, I was just a little surprised because he's an OG. He's been he has he's championship under his belt. You know what I mean? So that was like the shocking thing for me that he went down pretty quickly. But it looks like everything is set for the Worlds. Definitely rooting for J-Mac. To take it all.
Yeah.
J-Mac, Chakamu. There's a whole this field for the Worlds is gonna be good times. Of course, we're gonna keep you posted here on MRGTSW about all of the upcoming esports nonsense that's gonna happen. But that was my biggest takeaway, that anyone can get it. It doesn't matter if you have a medal or a belt or whatever, that anyone can catch it at any time. In these tournaments. So yeah, that was my biggest takeaway.
Well, I mean, and that was like the Orlando meetup. They had like one of those informal tournaments.
Yes.
And the Thompson was there, and he got beat by somebody who, was like a fighter player. Like, yeah, it was. I mean, and it came down to the much maligned violent procs that we all hate.
I like them. It adds some spice. It adds some spice to a match. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know when these procs are going to occur. You don't know when you're going to get a triple proc. You know what I mean?
I sort of agree with you, but then I really hate when something procs 5 times in a row, and I'm just sitting here like, honestly, that one character took out everybody on my team, and that's very frustrating.
Well, it's great when it happens on your side, though.
when it comes, so my thought on it. So back to the EU real quick. I didn't watch it, but I was shocked at Obabo and what's his name, Shezu. I was shocked they didn't make it. Those were my two like sure-ins, and they got beat. I heard really quick. So I was shocked to hear that. But so Violent Runes, in my opinion, real fast, because I don't want to take it away too far away from what we're talking about. But since we brought it up, I am perfectly okay with Violent Runes being in PvE content, being in Guild Wars and Arena and all that, because at the end of the day, I'm controlling it. So the only way that the opponent that I'm going against has any chance realistically is if they can proc. Because I can bring any team I want to counteract anything you're trying to do. So I'm perfectly fine with that. When it comes to RTA, though, that, in my opinion, should be based on skill, knowledge, rune depth, and units. If I have the entire team CC'd and they're all slept one turn, it means nothing. Because one proc and it's the whole CC is gone. Like it's gone. It's like it never was there. So I can't stand Violent Rooms in RTA. I think that's so terrible in my opinion. But that's just me.
Well, I'm glad you put that opinion out there. That is awesome. But definitely got to give props to. I'm gonna jack up his name, Villapity, I think. Villa.
I think it's Villapity.
Villapity.
That's what his town looks like.
He's a villain who pities.
If you didn't know this, JT, I have a history of jacking up names of units, names of monsters, names of family members on this show. So this is just gonna be in the long line of Aztec butchers up names. Shout out to Hyungun, because apparently this cracks him up entirely. But yeah, definitely shout out to Villapilli. He definitely, is going to Worlds, and I'm excited to see what he's gonna do.
Same. Although I still hope at the end of the day, J-Mac comes out on top.
100%.
Just saying.
Team Mac.
If anybody is going to win, let us pray it would be him.
Yeah, I've met J-Mac a few times. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's very fun. very friendly guy. So very quickly, since we have a little bit of time left. I know before we started recording, we were talking a little bit about some other games you play, and we were talking about Genshin Impact and how wonderful that game is, and the fact that Aztec should start playing, right?
Absolutely.
Is it similar to Summoner's War?
Do you want to answer that, or you want me to?
Here was the thing. I tried to describe it to him. I'm like, if you could run around on your Sky Island,
Okay.
and you were basically the summoner just beating people down with like a team of 4 people you can just on the fly switch to, then yes, it's kind of like that. I mean, you have like all the element stuff. You have, it is a huge open world. I think they said we have like 2 areas of the game, and they have it planned for something like 7 areas, and
Really?
it's just massive, the
Excellent.
map already. I don't know. What are your thoughts, JD? I mean, I know you stream that game a little.
Yes, a little. So I am currently AR-43.
Excellent.
I love that game. And yes, in my opinion, it's the reason why I'm so infatuated with that game. It's got so many elements of so many games all wrapped into one for me.
Awesome. Oh,
So
that's very cool.
it does have a Summoner's War feel to it.
Excellent.
With the wishing system, with the, I wouldn't say the art style because it's more anime, but
Okay.
just the units that you can use. They're going to be they just added yesterday more units. They're adding
Really?
even more units in the next 6 weeks, and like he said, there's 7 basically like gods, and we only have 2. So there are 5 more
So expansion
areas
is-
and regions.
Oh,
It's
great.
gonna expand. It's
Yeah.
gonna tremendously, exponentially expand, and the fact that you can wish or summon, whatever you want to call it, but it's
Right.
wishing. You can cook. You can get. You have gear and artifacts. You have weapons. You have.
Nice.
You have. Like, there's so much wrapped into it. And last night yesterday they just got the new update. It was version 1.1,
Right.
and the story. I was infatuated with the anime style and the art, and just
Absolutely.
looking
I'm
at
a huge fan of anime, so that's gonna sound like some up my alley.
just looking at the terrain is beautiful. But
Right.
I'm not gonna say what happened, but if you got version 1.1 and you played it last night, oh my gosh. The art style was amazing. The story had me captivated. Like,
Nice.
I felt like I was like a little kid on a Saturday morning with my bowl of cereal watching X-Men. Like, I was just sitting here like,
What cereal though?
back then it was probably like, like a little Lucky Charms or something like that.
Ooh,
back then.
nice.
Back
nice.
then.
They're magically delicious.
Now
I was more
something
a
like that
Cookie
would probably
Crisp
kill
fan
me.
myself.
Okay.
Well, the stuff we used to eat when we were kids,
probably
right?
Aztec. I mean, we used to play with lawn darts growing up. I mean, have you
Seatbelts?
seen they have these like snub-nosed like shuttlecock things now?
Who needed
Those are
seatbelts
not
back
lawn
in the
darts.
day?
You mean the one with the metal spike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. You guys are really, pushing me to get into this, and I want to definitely give a big shout out to Damone Kim, who streams a lot of Genshin Impact. The reason is he was the first YouTuber that I used to watch when I started playing Summoner's War. And
Okay.
Nice.
if it's not for him, then I probably would have stopped playing. I probably wouldn't have told Lightstar about it. I probably wouldn't have this podcast. So, definitely want to shout out Damone Kim. But he is, I think, streaming exclusively Impact. So, yeah. So, shout out to him. And shout out to you. Thank you, JD, for I might have to jump on this tonight.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Awesome.
Yes. Try it out, man. You'll be hooked.
So, JD, there are more statements, but necessarily questions for you. Definitely want to bring up Final Fantasy, but I hear your favorite musician is one of mine, which is Michael Jackson. Is that true?
Absolutely. At my wedding, me and my groomsmen did a choreographed dance that I created to Michael Jackson, a Michael Jackson compilation that I also mixed myself. So yes,
Impressive.
Dang.
he is the GOAT.
Excellent. Very cool.
So, this is always very close.
I have that.
Love it.
Wow.
Love it.
Very cool.
Yep,
So I know you sound like a super fan. I know some people are fans. Like, I'm a fan. You sound like a super fan. You sound like...
I have songs that were never released in the U.S. Like, that's how
Applaud
much of a fan I am. I have the Billie Jean jacket in my closet. I got yes, I'm a huge fan. Me and my wife actually one Halloween were the Way You Make Me Feel video. She was the love interest in the black dress, and I was Mike. Yep,
Impressive.
I love that.
Yep.
So you're into cosplay too. Nice. Is there anything JD doesn't do?
And I hear from our conversations on Instagram that you are getting into reggae and getting into different forms of reggae. Your wife introduced you, because apparently she's a big fan. But my family's from Jamaica, and I'll be happy to give you some great bands and some good records.
Absolutely.
Ken is in Florida and apparently Caribbean also, because Florida definitely sticks right into the Caribbean.
What part of Jamaica are you from? Right on the beach. Oh,
and that scene from Half Baked is one of his favorites. But yeah, I'll be happy to give you some good bands and some good records to listen to, both old and new. And
absolutely.
One more thing, and your favorite villain is Bowser?
In terms of video games, you have to recognize the fact that this guy can steal the same person from the same group of people and get away with it every time.
Every time.
So multiply that by the amount of Mario games on the SNES, the NES, the DS, the Switch. That's bad security.
RPG.
So I guess you have to ask yourself: is he really a great villain, or the Mario Brothers? Are they just that terrible at protecting their people? I don't know.
From column A, a little bit from column B.
Maybe they're not really good at protection. Maybe it's just they're good at rescuing.
They're just
maybe
plumbers,
they're just like over here relaxing, and like she gets kidnapped, and then they're like Mario Brothers, and they're like, all right, we'll go.
Maybe they get off on rescuing. Who knows? Maybe they're like, yes, I get to go rescue now. Like, I don't know. Maybe the plumbing game, they just don't get a lot of plumbing orders, and they're just like, ugh.
I love that.
Very cool. And one more thing. Your dad got you playing Golden Axe when you were a kid. Do you play games with your son?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, so I do have Michael Jackson Moonwalker on Sega Genesis.
Very cool.
Nice.
So he's played that quite a few times, but I will say he likes the newer games too. He likes Summoner's War. He likes playing with me. He likes doing it with me. He sits down sometimes and plays Apex, not in a match, but he does like the training and stuff. Very and cool. Shooting around and stuff. So yeah, he's only 5, so his hand-to-eye coordination is not top-notch yet.
He's getting into it.
But do you still enjoy just like owning him? Do you like just like taking him out and be like, "Ha, son, get good"?
If he dies, I'm like, learning. You're terrible. Come on, pick it up.
So I'll tell you a funny story about this. Ken and I have been, friends for a long time, and we used to play all kinds of games together. And that's how I learned to play some of these. Ken would just totally spank me. And he was like, are you done?
Beat him down. Didn't even care. Beat him like he owed me money every time.
I was like, keep it up, keep going. This is how you learn. This is how you learn to play. If anyone goes easy on you. We used to play
Madden all the time. We would play Madden like it was our job.
Yes.
And I will never
Now
forget
someone
after
else's job.
8 months of me just beating him down so hard.
75
I
to
finally
7,
beat
like
him.
stuff like that. Like it was
Our-
bad. Like it was...
Yikes.
And so I will never forget. I beat him, and this cat, he takes off his shirt, jumping up and down, and he's like out the door, scaring my roommates, like screaming his head off about, I beat you, MFer. Yeah, it was great. Like
Do you remember the soccer player, the female soccer player who literally just starts undressing in the middle of the and just like does the slide and everything? That was me. That was me.
Nice.
It was a beautiful moment.
It really was.
Beautiful moment.
Good time.
Love it.
Now, I know you were saving your scrolls for your birthday.
Yes.
But would you be able to open 1 or 2 mystical just so you can get a Nat 5 with us here on the show?
Yeah, we have a summon session that we do every show. I have about 10 mysticals.
Because I like to be disappointed, so I have 4. Yes, I have 4 light and dark that I'm going to open, and I'm going to be suffering through each and every one. It's going to be great.
Just so you know, folks, Ken is on the hunt for Artamiel. It's his favorite unit. It's actually, I have a Vela, and he's hands down my favorite unit. The fire Archangel.
I have Fermion.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
that's
nice.
your LD. That's right. That was the LD that you had. Yeah, man. And I saw the transmog you put on him. So, looking straight out of Death Note. Straight out of Death Note. Absolutely.
I also have. I never use. I have a Ludia.
Very cool.
Okay.
That was my first LD Nat 5.
Yeah.
The base speed is just so terrible.
Yeah.
94. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
A lot of Swift runes.
So this one right here, that was my first L&D Nat 5. Miss Sylvia.
Ooh, okay.
And
That's a good one.
anybody who says bad things about Sylvia doesn't have one. So you can try to compare her to like your fire Inugamis and all that, but honestly, the amount of turns she will drag people with is just unprecedented. Just amazing.
I have no LD Nat 5s, but I am super happy because I do have a Smanth, a Tiana, and a Daphnis, which I pulled recently.
Ooh,
so I'm cool.
nice.
I'm good for not having any LD. I will not kick one out of the bed if I get one, but right now.
Still mad at you.
So we have a tradition here. I usually count down before we summon. I'm just gonna summon away, and I'll count it down as usual. You ready, Lightstar?
Born ready. JD, you ready? Oh,
yes,
ooh,
I'm
ready.
good
I
to
like
go.
your summon edge.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you.
So 3, 2, 1, and summon. Summon. We are summoning. Oh, good. I got skill ups for the Dark Taoist, which is good.
I got a 2A monster coming.
Oh, excellent.
Nice.
Very cool. I'm guessing that the Grim Reapers are going to be the next 2A. That's what I think is going to happen. What do
How
you
many
guys
am I
think?
supposed to summon?
Just 2. 2 is fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, 2. Because I know
Whatever-
you're definitely
Whatever
saving
makes
up.
you happy.
That's perfect
we don't
because I end on 69 right now, so that's
Perfect.
Perfect.
That's perfect.
All right, first L&D scroll, very disappointing as usual. A Grim Reaper, okay, had him forever. Dark Harg had that, and the last disappointment for the day on my L&D. Oh, of course, Shyamalan, whatever it is, Shaman. That's the one. Good thing
Whatever
I
it is.
started that already.
I got lightning on
Can't
an
even use
LND.
your first skill ups.
This has only happened 3 times. Not bad. Not bad at all. Dark Sniper.
Dang.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Good job, man.
And I have the transmog if you.
Oh.
So he's gonna be looking very sharp. Oh, I have a water one. Let's just try this water one real quick. Magic Archer, and let's do the next L&D. Miho.
He always summoned much slower than me.
I picked Miho, of course, for the event. You know that we had, because I knew I wasn't gonna ever get her, and of course I get her. So I got the JD bump. Thank you, JD. Dark Sniper in the house.
Absolutely.
I just read his kit. He's a little bit like Carbine.
Oh, very cool.
Which is not bad. I love my Carbine.
Very, very cool. So let's lock him up to a contract, and let's transmod this dude.
Nice.
Very cool.
So I just want to say, if Com to Us or Summoner's War, if they're watching or they see this, I have yet to get my Miho jacket for taking 4th place in the Instagram filter event. So and I've emailed you twice. Hit your boy up.
Evan,
you should have got
hook
first.
Him up.
I saw that you had so much emphasis. It was like watching Francis Ford Coppola. It was like watching Shakespeare
to be honest,
in the Park.
All I wanted was 3rd to get Ragdoll. To be honest, I didn't even want 1st. I wanted 3rd.
I could see you winning, and you're like, no. Just 3rd is fine. 3rd is fine. I don't want to be greedy here.
Can I trade in 1st for 3rd?
Nice.
Awesome. So this is the time that we shout everyone out. I already shouted out Damone Kim. But yeah, I'll shout out him again. You know, thank you for making all that Summoner's War content and inspiring me to keep playing and getting my butt here to keep playing and starting this podcast and all that good stuff. Any shout outs you have, Lightstar?
I mean, of course, JD the Gamer, we are tickled to the deepest shade of shrimp that you spent some time with us here today. See, that's a deep cut. If any of you knew where that quote was from, that'd be funny. I mean, JD, you have a kid. You might have known where that was from. But I just really appreciate Paddington 2. Great movie. You should definitely make your son watch it. It's far better than the first one. But you know, definitely we had a great time, and we look forward to bumping into you in Genshin Impact. You can drag my half your level character around and show me the ropes. I spent most of today just exploring Liyue and unlocking warp points. So jumping on mountains was fun. Yeah, no, you got to get.
It sounds fun though. It definitely sounds fun. But
just, we really thank you. You make great content. I enjoy
100%.
watching your streams when you play Apex Legends. It makes me feel like I could be somewhat decent at that game someday, but probably not. And yeah, I just really appreciate it. Murashi Boshi, thanks for watching. Anybody else who's out there in the
I definitely
stream,
want to shout out Angry
guys.
Rookie for watching last week. Thank you.
Yeah.
You made the show pretty awesome. JD, is there anyone you want to shout out?
I will definitely shout out Nelly the God because
Love Nelly.
Shout out to Nelly the God, absolutely.
He's a great guy, and I saw him on y'all podcast, and that's what made me. I was like, yo, what about me? So, he definitely got me hooked up with y'all, and it was great. And since you shouted out your very first Summoners War person that you started watching on YouTube, I'm gonna do the same and shout out. He don't need no shout outs, but the Bagel himself, man.
Yes.
That's my guy. I love watching his videos, man. He's been in my streams quite a few times. He's hosted me quite a few times. He's always commenting on my Instagram stuff. So he's a real down to earth dude. It seems like I've never met him in person, but it seems like it. So yeah, man. Shout out to
he is like a ninja. He's hard to catch in real life, I hear.
Yeah. Unless you get lucky.
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
talking.
awesome.
I was watching him back when he used to make YouTube videos with no lights, the green headphones, and literally was in the camera like this. Like, it was
I remember those. Absolutely.
I remember those old videos.
Yep.
But look at the progression. Look where he is now. That's awesome.
Dude, he's so dope now.
Yes,
I love
100%.
But thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate it. Again, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. It's been fun. Y'all doing y'all thing, man.
Thank you.
I love seeing longtime friends do stuff. Like, for my streams, all my music, all my beats come from my best friend, one of my best friends, and I've been friends with him for 30-something years. For 30 years. I'm 34.
Yeah.
So, like, he was one of my groomsmen in my wedding. Like, he does everything for me. So I like seeing that two friends that have been friends for heck of long doing something like this.
Oh, thank you.
It's
That
dope,
really means
man.
a lot.
It's dope.
Thank you, my friend.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, we hope to bump into you yet again.
Absolutely.
Anytime y'all want to have me on.
Oh, no problem.
Anytime. You know what? We're just gonna go crazy. We're gonna arrange the time. We'll force Nelly in here. We'll just get everybody we can manage all at once. And just
all at once.
Before the computer blows up.
Yeah. We'll be like, how many pages can we have open on one panel at one time? I know Come To Us had 10, so we should go for 12, because, you know,
So
they didn't give you
there's a chance.
100%.
1 in a million.
Yes.
So yeah,
Well,
that
thank
about
you.
wraps it up for this
AJ?
particular episode. New episodes every Saturday. Definitely reach out to...
time out.
Oh,
time
please.
out.
Oh, so sorry.
I'm the guest, and I don't get to ask you guys a question.
Oh, please.
Oh,
we are open
do
books.
it. Hit it.
If you had to pick
Mhm.
one movie as your favorite all-time movie, what would it be?
That I could watch just like...
Okay,
and I could watch this movie over and over again.
Yep.
No problem.
Yep.
Ooh. Now, I mean, is this genre-based? Do I get one of every
Nope.
genre, or...
If someone came up to you and was like, go, pick your favorite movie of all time, what would it be?
Iron Monkey. I could watch Iron Monkey right now.
Okay.
It was the Iron Monkey. It's been my favorite movie for like since probably like '96. But
okay.
Although this is filling me with anxiety.
Iron Monkey, interesting.
Or Kung Fu Hustle.
Okay,
It's a. Oh no! No. I'll go with Iron Monkey. I'll go with. That's such a toss. That's such a tough one. Iron Monkey or Kung. No, I'll do Kung Fu Hustle. I'll do
Okay.
Kung Fu Hustle.
It's the axe dance, right?
There's so many scenes in Kung Fu Hustle. It's literally a love story, a cartoon, and a kung fu movie just wrapped up. So whatever mood I'm in, it could like facilitate.
I respect that.
All right. I've got one just off the cuff. I would go with the movie Idiocracy with Party of Five fame Luke Wilson in it. Have you seen it, JD the Gamer?
I would say that I have not seen the whole thing. I have seen bits and pieces.
Terry Crews is ridiculous in it.
I look at it as a cautionary tale of where humans are going, and often I see them in my day-to-day life. And yeah, that movie, my wife and I probably watch it about once a month because we just crack up all the time. Like
my favorite scene.
If we just want to watch,
can I just tell you my favorite scene in that movie? The idiots are putting in like shapes, like triangle to triangle, square to square, and one guy is doing it, but he's hiding his work because, you know, you might cheat off him. Favorite scene in that movie. It's hysterical. What is yours, JD? What is yours?
I'm gonna throw you guys for a loop, and every time I tell somebody this, they laugh at me and they're like, "You're joking," but my all-time favorite movie.
Come on, Batman versus Spider. Oh, sorry.
Spider-Man 3.
Wizard of Oz.
Ooh,
that, man.
That is
Mic
magnificent.
That's a brilliant film. Like
it was ahead of its time. The creativity, the
Way past,
imagination.
yeah.
Like, dude, I could watch that movie literally on repeat all day, every day.
it
Love
used to come on, and I think around Easter time, and of course it doesn't anymore. But that used to be religion. Like you sit down and watch, but like half in black and white, half in color. That was a brilliant movie for the time. It was a really groundbreaking movie.
Yep.
I will say that is my wife's favorite movie. We have seen it in IMAX. We've seen it in 3D. My wife has dressed up
3D.
as Dorothy. Dorothy, complete
Awesome.
with her Toto in a basket. With,
Nice. I love it.
So you're preaching to the choir, JD. We don't judge.
Fully decked out.
We don't judge.
That is a
We love that
magnificent
movie.
movie.
Oh, that movie's great.
I like it.
I'm sure it's one of the top 100 films of all time. I don't know where it is on that list, but
easily.
It's definitely on
Easily.
that list. It's a great movie.
Got
You're among friends. You're among people.
Thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But yeah, let's rewind. But yeah, new episodes every Saturday. Reach out to us at Ranchers Guide on Twitter, MRGTSW on Reddit, MRGTSW on YouTube, Lightstar777 Gaming, where you're probably watching this on Twitch right now, MRGTSW on Instagram, MRGTSW on Facebook.
You got only 20 more to go.
MRGTSW on the moon, MRGTSW on Jupiter.
On the moon. Hey, Jupiter.
One day, of course, one day. What else you got from Lightstar? What else you got for the people, for the fans?
Just, once again, a huge thank you to JD the Gamer. And we look forward to seeing you guys all next week.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for having me, man. It was fun.
Shout out to Dragunov.
Thank you.
Because he's awesome. I'm going to build him up ASAP.
Congrats.
Love it.
That about wraps it up for us. Everybody, have a great weekend. Live long and prosper.
Peace and long life.